And now, Starliner Media presents Music Night at the Majestic's Holiday Extravaganza with your host, Michael Boswell.
All right, it's time once again for Music Night at the Majestic's Holiday Extravaganza. And you can tell it's an extravaganza because we've got a wreath hanging up. That says all you need to know right there. With us tonight, Ava Della Pietra. Ava, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, we're glad to have you here. Now, you are an actor, singer, dancer, musician, songwriter. Did I leave anything out?
I think you got it all.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, if there's more than that, we're going to make the rest of us feel really bad. So,
Yeah.
Now you have a Christmas record. It's out now called Christmas Tonight. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so Christmas Tonight, I wrote over COVID, and it was a really great kind of first release because it's really fun. It's a Christmas song, and I recorded it with Will Hicks remotely. So that was also very interesting.
Hmm. Well, that's where, technology is a wonderful thing when it works.
Yeah, it was a great experience, and it was very interesting because we had to improvise a lot of the time. But it was really enjoyable. I loved it.
Yeah. Now, Christmas music. What era or what type of Christmas music do you find yourself listening to the most?
Oh, I just look up like Spotify playlists of the classics or of the more modern Christmas stuff. Like All I Want for Christmas Is You is always playing like 110% of the time. Yeah.
Now, do you like the standards, the Christmas song, Let It Snow, Silver Bells, all that type stuff?
Yeah, for sure. Run Run Rudolph is one of my favorites. So
Well,
yeah,
it's Chuck
definitely the
Berry. How
classic.
can you not like Chuck Berry?
Yeah, I mean it's so fun. It's really a jam. So yeah, I appreciate those as well.
Yeah. So if you were to make your own Christmas playlist right now, what are
Oh,
5 songs that you would put on that playlist?
oh, that's so hard. I guess All I Want for Christmas Is You, Run Run
Okay, that's
Rudolph.
1.
Yeah.
2.
And then I'd say probably, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, that's a good one.
Okay.
And let's say Let It Snow, because now I'm, like, blanking on all Christmas songs. Oh, and Santa Tell Me, Ariana Grande.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. See, that wasn't that hard.
Yeah. I mean, there are
Now,
so many, so it's
oh,
really great. Yeah.
yeah, and, there's so many great versions, of the
Yeah.
songs too. So, uh, now when you think of Christmases, obviously, it's not like you're 75 years old here and you're looking back at your Christmases of your youth, but, what's a Christmas that you think of? When you think Christmas, what do you think of first?
Yeah, so this is interesting because I definitely thought a lot about this when I was writing Christmas Tonight, and it's just kind of like everyone gathering around the fire and the Christmas tree, and just being all together and like family is the most important, and kind of the relationships you build on holidays like that or during times like that, and that's really what Christmas is all about. And
Yeah.
of course, like there's the presents and everything, but it's really the relationships that are most important. So, like, this
Well,
Christmas, for example, my brother's coming home, from college, which I'm looking forward to.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, little kids are always anxious to see what's under the tree. Was there a certain thing that you remember hoping that Santa would bring for you?
Hmm. When I was little, I was, like, really into American Girl dolls at some point, so I definitely remember, like, crossing my fingers for one of the American Girl dolls. Um,
Don't we
but
all?
yeah, why not? And, then as I became, like, more into music, um, an electric guitar, I got this really pretty, actually, what I was really looking forward to was I had this really nice, bass guitar. That's what I was looking forward to.
Now, what was the first instrument that you learned how to play?
Violin. Yeah,
Okay.
I learned how to play violin when I was, 4, kind of, and then piano also when I was around 4, and then, for School of Rock on Broadway, which I was in, I learned how to play the bass guitar in 3 days before the audition. And then from there, I learned how to play guitar and then ukulele, and those are all my instruments now.
Well, I'm sure the people in the audience are wondering, what took you so long to get started in music?
Yeah, well, it's funny because I really am making like a big transition now from being more of an actress and like the Broadway performing to being a songwriter. And that's always fun. And like I said, my first release was only like 2 years ago, and that was Christmas Tonight. So I'm pretty new at the releasing part of the music business, but I definitely have been writing songs for a while.
Yeah.
Just kind of like offhand. Yeah.
Well, you mentioned about being in School of Rock on Broadway.
Yeah.
What was that like? Your first night, first performance when you're on the big stage?
Yeah.
What's going through your mind?
Well, it's interesting because I was a swing, which is an understudy for multiple roles. So my first time on wasn't opening night. It was like a few weeks in when one of the girls got sick. And I found out that time I actually found out with a lot of time. I found out like 2 hours before the show started, whereas sometimes I found out during the show or 2 minutes before the show started or something like that. But
Oh, by the way,
yeah. But yeah, so I had 2 hours just of kind of like adrenaline rushing through me, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm actually going on a Broadway stage for the first time." And I remember going on stage, and I got so excited that I actually went on stage, and I forgot who I was going on for because I played so many roles. So I had to like look around and be like, "Okay, who's on stage? Who's missing?" And be like, "Oh yeah, that's right. I'm on for the backup singer right now." But yeah, it was so fun, and thankfully some of my family was able to come, even though it was kind of last minute.
oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Now, out of all the things that you do, is there one aspect that you're really partial to?
Now it's definitely songwriting and recording. Um, Especially the recording process I've kind of like fell in love with. Especially when you build up the song after the song's already recorded, like the harmonies and then adding the little riffs and ad libs and stuff. That's so fun. But songwriting has become like a really major part of my life, especially during the pandemic when I had a lot of free time. So I wrote something like 30 songs over quarantine just because I was constantly sitting around and I had a lot of like new emotions going through my head.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, you're not alone. I guarantee you that over probably the next few years, we're gonna see just a plethora of new music being released.
Yeah, really. Yeah, it's a very interesting time for everyone, especially for the creative bunch, I guess.
Exactly. Well, tell
Yeah.
me this, Ava, is there any other Christmas music, Christmas memories that we didn't touch on here?
Um, well, I'm looking to go ice skating at some point. I need to get some friends together to do that. I was really big on sledding when I was younger, and I still am. I'm waiting for it to snow. It's 60 today, so that's not we're not off to a great start, but um
Well, not for sledding, no, but you can't complain when it's 60 degrees in December. So,
that's true. I just can't wait for like the winter weather and everything. And yeah, once again to get together with families and um, go sledding or ice skating or something like that.
yep, it's always fun. You get everybody together and you head out into the cold and zip down that mountain
Yeah.
or hill or whatever you've got. Speed, yeah, expressway embankment, whatever. So, all right, Ava, we'll tell you what, thank you very much for joining us here on Music Nights Holiday Extravaganza.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, we've had your social media and website and everything scrolling across the bottom of the screen so people can go check out Christmas Tonight, give
Yeah.
that a listen. And then until then, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for watching. Merry Christmas. Ava, have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
If you enjoyed Music Night at the Majestic's Holiday Extravaganza, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and at musicnight.net. Music Night at the Majestic is a copyright production of Starliner Media. Any use of this program, its audio, or visual images without the express written consent of Starliner Media is prohibited.